Good morning, everyone. I just woke up around 20 minutes ago. I have my first call at 9:30, so I usually have around half an hour to just get ready and get some water. Trader Joe's chamomile tea packets. I usually like to drink either warm or hot water in the morning, or I like to just make some tea. I don't actually need any caffeine in the morning. I don't drink coffee, but I just want something that will help soothe my throat. I usually have a pretty dry throat in the morning, and something that I can just go into my morning call with. As you can see, my work from home station directly faces my bed. So in the morning, I'll usually try to make my bed a little bit just to make it look presentable. I got a couple of slacks around 9 to 10 p.m. last night that were tagging me in some comments to take a look at. So I am going to take a look at those this morning before our daily 9:30 a.m. sync. And for those who don't know me, hi, I'm Angela. I'm currently working as a corporate development and strategy director in a technology company in New York City. I posted a video on my job about 3 years ago. At the time, I was an associate, and I've since been promoted to a director level, so I've had a lot more experience in the role, and I'd love to share a little bit more about what that looks like on the day-to-day. Okay, so I am about to hop on my first meeting of the day. It is a 1-hour meeting that we have every morning with the immediate team, which consists of about 5 to 6 people on this meeting. So my role is less of an operational role, and it is very project-based. We've been working on a live deal currently, and I'll try to tell you as much about what I'm working on without spilling all of the confidential details. Morning. We just finished our call. Our calls usually go a little bit longer, but there is a little bit of a fire drill this morning. We are working on a set of questions for investors, and we really want to get out all of these questions and answers and all of the documents that we'll need to investors later this morning. So it is a little bit of a crunch time. So while I'm working on this, I'll tell you guys about the data room. It's a secure room where you can upload documents for external parties to see. It isn't necessarily safe to just send it across over an email, so we'll upload any new documents that we have that we want to share with any external parties within this data room. You'll have things like an investor deck that goes through the company's product, the overview, its customers, its financial performance. My role is largely work from home. It is a flexible working model where I can go into the office whenever I want to, and I do go in from time to time, but I'd say the majority of days I just stay at home to, one, save myself kind of the getting ready time in the morning, and also just the commute time to work in the morning. I can do things like just lean back in my chair, or I can choose to be horizontal for a few minutes just to rest. Just finished answering those due diligence questions and just let my manager know that I've finished them. I have a few other things I could do, but otherwise sometimes my day is just waiting for a response or a comment on what I'm working on currently. In terms of what the job involves on average, it's about 30% on PowerPoint making decks, 30% in Excel doing analyses, and about 40% on calls or in emails talking with other stakeholders. So for lunch, I'll usually do just a quick meal. Today I'm eating leftovers from Chipotle. Sometimes I'll cook, but usually it'll just be some form of leftovers from the day before. So my manager just said that he'll take a look at the work that I just did in 15 minutes, so I'll use some of that time to just talk to you guys a little bit more about what the job entails. I like to think of corporate development as the inorganic growth of things, so anything related to M&A, raising capital, any type of moving funds around that you're involved in and where you're facing an external party, whether that is a bank or an investor. The strategy part of it is the internal side of things. Things like long-term planning. What does our forecast look like for the next 5 years? What should our product roadmap look like? Should we be building something out, partnering, or should we be buying? So thinking of more long-term strategy, we ended up sending the document to the CEO to take a look as well. I got looped into a few other tasks on Slack, so I am just reviewing them all now and seeing what I can do to help. A little midday refill of my tea. So it is 1 p.m. now. I just got feedback from the CEO on a couple of the diligence questions that I was working on. There are certain things he wants me to emphasize that I'm going to look into more and see if I can find that information for him. The timing of the things that I work on can be very unpredictable just because I'm working with a lot of C-suite. Sometimes I'll get a response in minutes, sometimes hours, sometimes it could be over a day. So my workflow tends to be very iterative. I'll do something, then wait on a response and some commentary, and then continue working on it again. I'm constantly moving between different work streams and picking up new work streams, and it keeps the day interesting, but it definitely keeps you on your toes too. Right now, I'm going to tweak those responses based on the feedback from him, and I am going to work on that for probably the next 45 minutes or so. Right now, it is 2 o'clock, so I am thinking I will go for a little bit of walk just to get some movement in my body. So I just changed. It is exactly 5 p.m. I haven't officially logged off for work now, but I have dinner plans at 7 p.m. so I'm just getting ready for it first. Today actually ended up being a relatively chill day in the afternoon. I ended up finishing that call and we did some troubleshooting on a separate project that I was helping an operational team on. And after that, I was looking into a couple of more things, but the CEO ended up being good with the diligence questions, so it seems like we pause on that for now. I was told that there might be some work over the weekend and to be on standby for that. We'll see how that goes. So right now I'm kind of doing this awkward in-between thing where I'm trying to get ready for the night out and also just keeping an eye out on Slack and Gmail for anything that might come up before I leave. Also, I know this looks crazy. We have so many stuffed animals in the apartment. My boyfriend and I have been really obsessed with claw machines, so we've been collecting a lot of these Pokemon plushies. So I'd say every day in this job can be pretty different. Some days I have a lot of calls and other days I have a lot of heads down work. Today I definitely have less calls than I usually do, and it was overall a more chill day except for the mornings. I'd say the morning is usually always the most filled with fire drills. So right now it is 5:15 p.m. I'm going to log off for the day because I see a lot of my teammates are also offline and there isn't anything pressing at the moment. So I am officially shutting down my computer. I'd say if you're someone who likes context switching, if you're someone who is interested in investment banking or consulting or have done both roles, but would like to go work at a company where you can understand the product a little bit more and it's slightly slower paced in both of those roles, corporate development and strategy is a really good role to go into. It varies a lot from firm to firm, especially based on the size of your firm. So that's something that I would definitely research before going into this role. Anyway, I'm really excited for the weekend to start and for my day night tonight, and I will take you guys along with me so you guys can see some of the snips of it. Before I show you guys what I end up doing tonight, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really wanted the point of this video to show you what a realistic day working at home is like with me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it down in the comment section below. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Fit check. The top is from Meshki. It is a black tube top and the pants are from House of Harlow.
Next stop, Greenpoint.
It's really good. It looks pretty tender. It's very good. We just got back and we're going to play a round of Mario Party. Ooh, okay, my turn.